Okay, full Pelt as well. We're in for a treat today. Over here, well, I think we've got the ultimate off-road weapon. Have a look at this. How you going, Barry?
Hey.
Yeah, well, today we're going to run a video over this absolute weapon. This is Barry's. You tell us what it is, mate.
It's a 2022
Yep.
500 EXCF.
EXCF. Yeah, which we reckon is the enduro cross country. Yeah, and the F's 4-stroke, isn't it? Obviously, is it a 510cc?
I don't know.
Is that what they are?
It's a 500.
Look who's over there.
509.
509. Chappy's going 509.
Oh, the 520s were anyway.
I'll fact check that. Anyway, we've got a couple of absolute ripping bikes over there. Have a look at that. But let's focus on this bad boy. Yeah, it's a couple of legends over there. Okay, Baz. Let's just go over what mods have you done, because obviously this is not in standard form, mate. This has got the work. So
I think we're all going to start. All right, I'll start internally, I think.
Okay.
So internally,
Yep.
I fitted the recluse clutch.
Oh, yep. Now what? And explain that. So that's pretty flash.
So your recluse clutch is like an auto clutch. So I can have it in pretty much nearly any gear I like.
Yep.
And just let your hand off the clutch and away you go. So I usually run it in second gear.
Yep.
And then you don't have to worry about changing gears or clutching or anything. It just makes life a whole lot easier.
Okay.
So if I put it in second gear, it'll go out as far as the gearbox will allow in second gear.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so.
Yep. So how does it stop it from stalling though? If you're not keeping the revs
centrifugal
up?
forces in the clutch here just run it back to neutral so it doesn't bite.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple process, really.
Yep.
I mean, if I can fit it, anyone can fit it.
Okay. Yep. Just watch the YouTube video on how to do it. And, yep.
In tally, play.
Yep.
Pause while I go and do that bit. Go back in, play, hit
Yep.
pause, go and do the next bit until I completed it. What do you?
What do you think of that?
Pause and play, I like it.
Yeah. It's what we do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the recluse clutch. Yep. Okay.
And I've had the suspension tuned for 120 kilo.
Yep.
Because I'm a big fat bastard. And also, I had it lowered 30 mil at the same time.
Okay. Yep.
Just to make it easier on the tough shit.
Yep. So how tall are you?
6 foot.
6 foot. Yep. So you just got what, heavier springs put in the front? Is that what you did? And any valving?
Yeah, no, they put all new springs in the front and the forks.
Yep.
New spring in the rear and tuned it all for 120 kilo for my weight.
Okay.
Not that I'm not 120, but
Yep.
I went above it.
Yep. Okay.
On the safe side.
Yep.
All right, so that's that.
So yep, suspension done.
Pro circuit slip on.
Yep. Is that just a weight saving or any power gains with that, do you think, or what's the story of that?
Basically, it just sounds a bit better, I suppose. A little. There is some weight saving.
Yep.
It's actually quite significantly lighter than the stock slip-on.
Yep.
I fitted the XL
Yeah.
rims with the cush drive.
Yep. They look great, and the cush drive. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Fantastic. So that's just the stock disc brake there.
Yep. That's a stock
That's
disc
all
brake.
stock. Yep.
I put the disc protector on the bottom of it there.
Yep. Your shark fin.
Yeah.
And the protector. So it's still just the standard sprocket and chain and everything still on it?
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so while we're at the back here, the tyre that you've chosen at this stage.
So it's the Moto's Rel Z.
Tractionator Rel Z, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty beefy tyre, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yep. Yep, that's where we're at with the tyre. Anyway. Okay, let's have a look at its arse end here, yep.
And then I fitted
hang on. Okay, so this is the Nomad Adventure, top plate and rack.
Yep.
He's also just got a kick-ass sticker on the side here, but it's all the Nomad things at this whole thing here, yeah?
Yep.
So, and then you've just bolted the
so I can just do that.
SW Motec onto that, which is a handy little bit of gear at the back.
Yep.
Yep. And hang on, while we're at the back here, I love this. Your bloody LED
I'll turn it on the side. You might as well get the front while
brake
we're going.
light. Yep. high beam, is it?
High beam.
Okay,
And
so
they're
that's...
just covers that can come off.
Oh, he's just got orange covers or yellow covers on them. So that's high beam and that's low beam. Righto. All right.
And you've seen how the recluse clutch works.
Yeah.
The way it goes.
Yeah. Hang on, the light's still on. Oh, it's off now. Okay, so while we're here, so those blinkers, talk to me about the front blinkers here.
Right,
so what are they?
So these are from Taco Moto out of the States.
Yep.
So they just
Wrap around.
They wrap around, they
Yeah.
grab hold, they don't slip because they're silicon based.
Yep.
And they're great. And the same with the rear is Taco Moto setup as well.
Yep.
I ordered out of the States, had it the next week, so pretty quick turnaround really.
Fantastic. And
Yeah.
and these headlights are what?
They're
Squadron Pro?
yeah, there's a whole dash comes with that.
Oh, okay, yep.
So
Yeah, I'll just give you a good look at that. But yeah. Yep. So man.
yeah, so it's got a whole dash. So it's now turned into key ignition. So you got your key ignition.
So did you make this plate up yourself, didn't you?
I made it bigger. The original was a bit smaller.
Yep.
And I made it bigger so I could fit the on-off switch for my navigator.
Oh, yep.
And that's a button for the on-off switch for the USB,
Oh,
which
okay,
also
yep.
tells me what the battery's charging as well.
Yep. You got your voltage there.
And it raises the original panel up 30 millimeters higher. So.
Okay. Yep.
And then over here
Hang on. Yep. Yep.
is a gear selector, water temp, and rev counter.
Right. How does all that work? How do you wire that in?
So
Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a sensor for the water
sensor
temp.
for the water temp,
Right. Okay.
and that comes up, and I'll just start it. So it's showing you revs. The only thing I haven't done yet, Pete, is calibrated the rev counter.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit out. So it's neutral, and then it'll run through the gears, and it'll give you your water temperature, called coolant temperature.
How good is that? So where's it wired into to get the revs?
It's wired down to the crank sensor down there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've got to calibrate it yet. I haven't got around to doing it.
Yep.
So it's a simple process, but I just haven't done it.
Yep. So just staying up here on the dash, you're running the Garmin.
The XT, Garmin
Zero.
XT.
Yep.
I'm running, these are from Taco Moto as well, the little enduro levers. I like short levers.
Yeah, they're adjustable. Yep.
Yep, fully adjustable.
Yep.
The Scott steering damper
Oh yeah, look at that.
and bleeders on the forks.
Oh yeah, so you've put them in yourself as
Yeah,
well?
I have, yeah.
Wow. Just air bleeders, are they?
Just air
Yeah.
bleeders,
Yep.
yeah.
And just oh,
Trail mirrors.
right.
I can see your smiley face coming
Oh
up
yeah,
behind me.
exactly. I can see your smiley face right there.
15 litre Acerbis fuel tank.
Yep. That's
I think there are, is it RCK? RHK? RHK foot pegs.
Yep.
And a Ballard's brake pedal.
Okay. Yep.
Full car.
Not folding. No.
No.
Okay.
I've got a brake snake on that.
Oh
so.
yeah, you do too. You can see that. Yep.
Full carbon header cover.
Yep. By what? P3carbon.com. Okay.
Battery charger port to keep the battery topped up when she's parked.
Yep.
Steg pegs.
Steggies. Yep.
Some frame
Yeah, they're
covers.
great. Oh yeah, they are service.
And you probably haven't noticed yet, but I've changed all the plastics. I've taken away all the orange.
Yeah, you've put a bit of a sticker kit on this.
it didn't look right. So, for me. So
Yeah.
I changed it to the grey and the black, but left you still got some orange on it,
Yeah.
which I think looks a little nicer.
Yeah. All right. Just to clarify, so you've changed the plastics bar the rear fender.
The rear fender I've left because I was too lazy to change it.
Yep. So you just bought some aftermarket grey plastics.
Yeah.
With and also a
Separate sticker kit.
Sticker kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Which looks really cool. It's just got that subtle bit of orange through it with the frame,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
yeah, it's really good.
I got two of these, but I only run one.
Yeah.
Swing away mirror. So
Oh,
one, we can swing that away as you head into the scrub. Just swing it out the way. I've also got on the front forks as fork protectors. They just clamp
yeah,
on.
I like these. Yeah, I was thinking about getting some of these for the T7 as well.
Yeah, I've got those from Taco Moto as well. They're called dingoes.
Dingoes.
You can,
so you can just sort of see here. They just wrap around like that, but just protect the front of the forks. Yeah. So you could rotate these wherever you want to position them, can't you?
Yep.
Yeah, they're a great idea because I've got a few dings in my fork legs. Yeah.
Grab handle front and rear,
Krieger. Yeah. I saw that on the back.
Discard on.
Hang on, we'll just zip up to the back, which you probably would have seen that anyway, but yeah, there's the grab handle there. Yeah. Yep, let's just keep going up the front here. Yep.
Yep. Discard on the front.
Oh, yep. Yep. Again, I've been thinking about one for the DR650 actually. One of those. RHK. Yeah, and you got an XL rim on the front, obviously, and that's an aftermarket hub as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And you're also running the Motors
Roll Z front. But I'm a bit iffy on this. I don't know. I need to see what it's like in a little bit of slippery shit.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so we're looking at the radiator guards here. Enduro Engineering radiator guard.
From Radguard.
Are they Radguard, are they?
I'm pretty sure they are, yeah.
Okay. Radguard's an Australian company, isn't it?
Yeah, up in Queensland.
Yeah. Yeah, they look pretty beefy.
Molecule bash plate.
Oh, okay. Right. And is that an American company?
No, it's in Australia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, there's an outlet here in Australia.
Yeah.
Adventure bike.
Just that hard plastic sort of thing, yeah, but lightweight. So,
hammerhead gear lever.
Righto, hang on, back around this side. What'd you say, hammerhead gear lever?
Yep.
Is that standard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the washer isn't. That's an aftermarket
oh, yeah.
sprocket washer.
Okay.
And
just a case, just a plastic. Is it plastic?
Yeah,
hard
just
plastic case over there. Yep.
And your seat concept.
Seat. Yeah. Is it lowered seat as well?
It is,
or not?
It is a low seat. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, mate. Well, that's great. Thanks for that. We'll go for a bit of a ride. We may have a bit of a, get the great man on it as well. Might have a ride myself.
Yep.
And we'll just have some thoughts on it. And compare them to the old dinosaurs over there. All right, let's get into it.
Change gears normal.
Yeah.
Up to second gear, third gear. But then when you come to a stop, I usually stop in second gear, and then you can take off again in second. You cool with that? You can't stall it. You don't need to be clutching anything.
It'll be weird.
You want me to lie straight down so you can step on me back?
Yeah. Now, I better brief you on this one, Barry.
Yeah, right.
Like, this is 650cc's sheer Suzuki power, mate.
Not a little 500.
Not this little trail bike, mate.
Where am I going to go, Pete?
This is, this thing will rip your fucking arms off, mate.
Jesus.
So just be careful. It's basically got no brakes, so just be aware that you've got no brakes, alright?
Right.
Compared to what you've got on this thing.
Right. So I twist that all the way around.
I wouldn't twist it all the way around, hell no, because that thing will just launch into the air.
God,
so
rocket ship, Pete.
if you're going to twist that, mate, you want to get your weight forward, because this thing is just...
I'll need oxygen.
You will.
2G straight.
Yeah.
2G.
So I would say just the brakes would be the big one that you'd be going, holy crap, this has got nothing.
Oh, right.
Barry's face will go like that, you know.
Yeah.
My eyes will hit the screen and my goggles.
His mouth and that, you know.
Yeah. It'd be just...
Poor dog with his mouth open.
Oh, yeah.
Barry will be looking like his bulldog after this ride, won't he? Just all bits of skin hanging off him. Yeah.
Barry will start kissing his mirror, looking at himself. Loves the dog.
All right, let's give this weapon a...
Give me that. Oh, that suspension. Fuck fucking soft.
Oh yeah, the suspension.
It's like riding in a fucking limousine.
Hang on, I can't even get the stand up.
Kick it. There you go. Turn and start it.
Oh yeah, and the suspension, it's fucking soft.
Comfy on the ass.
Look at that, the Suzuki suspension.
Geez, you could almost ride to town on that.
Alright, so I turn this on.
Yep, and then hit the start button. You don't have to clutch it.
Don't have to clutch it.
And then rev it. Hold on.
Oh, I'm going to use the clutch. Oh yeah, geez. Right. Oh, Barry didn't use the clutch to start it. That's funny. All right. Holy moly. So this is going to be pretty weird. Oh yeah, look, the suspension. This is set up for a 120 kilo rider, so it's going to be a bit stiff for me. I'm only 90. But yeah, as I expected, oh man, the brakes are just deadly, which is what you want. Standing up, yeah, I like the ergonomics because Barry's got sort of the bars a bit higher than what I'm used to, but standing up, it's beautiful. Feels really light. Yeah, I love the brakes on this. Oh man, it's so well balanced. Oh, I like it. Bloody good bike. Beautiful power. It's got way more bite than the DR650, as you would expect. Yeah, gosh, this is such a good bike. So you can ride this all bloody day and not get tired. Hey, you survived!
How'd you go?
Two things. Firstly, you're right, there's no brakes. And secondly, it's the most comfortable fucking thing I've ever ridden. God, I'm sitting on it going down. This is awesome. It's the most comfortable thing on my arse I've ever felt. I sit on this all fucking day.
Yeah. And that's after riding Mark's with the sergeant seat on his. Yeah, I was sold. It just makes all the difference.
Fucking, have you ever sat on it?
Yeah, I think I
Fucking hell. That's just, my ass is just smiling.
smile.
Barry's ass is. Can we have a look at your ass smiling, Barry?
It doesn't want to. I won't even come off the seat.
It doesn't want to leave the seat.
No.
Alright, what's this beast like on the road? Could you ride it for hours on end? Look, it's a little bit vibey. What do we... Oh, you got to look at the speedo. Okay, so we're doing 64 kilometres an hour. Okay, that's 6th gear we're in, right, okay. 80 kilometres. let's do it 100 now. Could you sit on this all day? Well, yeah, I reckon you could. Obviously it's not geared for the road, but seems to be a bit vibey, you know, below 80 kilometres an hour. You get up to 100 and it seems to smooth out. But maybe a more comfortable seats might be the go for long distances. I don't know, or it might, the seat concepts might be alright. It's a motorbike. Toughen up, ride it, that's what I say. If you wanted to do big miles on this thing, it certainly would do it. Okay, Chappy's going to have a ride on the 500. There he goes. It is a bit big.
Turn the key on.
It's tall. So it'll be interesting to get Chappy's thoughts on the 500. See if I can keep up to him. Probably highly unlikely. But he's on Barry's bike, so I'm sure he will take it easy. Here's just a bit of footage of Chappy riding the 500 on the road. Sure is a sweet looking bike. Goes Barry on the Desert Weapon. Chappy just got off the 500, so what are your thoughts, just immediate thoughts while it's fresh in your mind?
Yeah, it's beautiful to ride.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
Yep. And the pluses over the 400?
Hey?
You know, what the advantages of that over the 400? Just a bit more power, or?
Yeah, it's got a lot more power.
Yep. What else?
Yeah.
Just more refined, isn't it?
Yeah.
As you'd expect.
Yep.
Yep. So, yeah, it all comes at a price, but the DRZ, for what it is and its age, pretty damn good, isn't it?
Well, it's like 2000 model suspension, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, like 20, nearly quarter of a century old suspension, yeah. So
for here, really, we're not going fast enough.
Yep.
So soft suspension's alright.
Yeah, yep.
I think the soft suspension in the Suzuki, in both of them, is actually not a bad thing. Getting through the tight stuff, you don't have to worry about too much stuff because it just soaks every bump up.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, you know,
That comes into a tone when it's going higher speeds, you know, the from a suspension.
Yeah.
Yep.
But for what we're doing at the minute,
Yep.
plush suspension.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, see, you know how Pete's got the soft seat on that? I went for a motocross cover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine, that's why I've got that seat cover on it.
Have you pulled the guts out of your muffler, have you?
No, that's how it comes.
Yeah, they're loud.
Yeah, aren't they?
They are. They're loud. Because I'm going to have a ride.
Just ridden it, and you'll need to fucking hang on tight.
Yeah. Yep. He's just wording Chappy up on the 650 that Chappy's just going to need to hang on tight.
It's a soft seat, isn't it?
Yeah. Makes your bum feel good.
Now, Chappy, makes your bum feel good. See, Chappy's bum's feeling good already. All right, so I'm just having a ride on the old Desert Weapon here. Oh man, yeah, the pipe's bloody loud. But straight away, you feel like you're on a dirt bike, which feels really comfortable. Yeah, standing up's great. Trying to find another gear, but it doesn't have any more. It's got obviously better brakes. It's just a better bike than the DR. There's no doubt about that. Similar power. Probably just got a tiny bit more poke. But the suspension and handling on the DRZ is far superior to the DR. Again, as you'd expect. Just give Chappy more of a ride on the big powerful 650. It's probably scaring the shit out of him, but he'll get used to it. So much easier to ride. No, a lot less what am I trying to say? Yeah, nowhere near any arm pump. The bike is just really well balanced. Great chassis and suspension setup. You can just be so light on your hands with it. It just handles really nice. Hardly even gripping the grips at all. Just really light handling. And that's what it's all about. It just makes your day of riding so much better.
I actually like the 400. Because when I went down to buy this, I went to buy one of them.
Oh yeah.
And they talked me out of it.
Yeah.
I think I still would have been happy if I'd have bought a 400.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Well, to be honest, you can harden the suspension, you know, it's not fully adjustable.
Yeah.
They're alright, but they're not, you know, they're better obviously, but...
Yeah.
But still, it's about the fun you're having on it.
Yeah. It's all about price and stuff.
And that is torque, you know, that's a big torquey engine where this gets its power by rev.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, it just feels a lot more torquey.
Yeah. Yep.
This does it by revs. If
Yeah. Yeah. You can feel it.
Sort of stroke on it.
Yeah.
Which gives it more power, more revvy power. Where that, like you say, is torque. You got longer stroke.
Yeah.
Because Pete likes the longer stroke.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's used to.
Yeah. They call him at work.
But that's a torquey motor.
Yeah.
And I like an engine that's like a tractor.
Yeah.
When they let me ride their 690 for a day, actually I had it a few days. Actually, I like the motor in that.
Yeah.
That was a real fucking torquey motor that you could bog right down and it'd just pull straight out of it. You wouldn't have to drop it back a gear.
Yeah.
It'd just all the way to the fucking top.
Yep. back on the weapon. Oh, bloody hell, this is a nice bike. He's got the handlebars up fairly high, which suits Barry, and I'm actually not minding them. It's really good when you stand up. The bars are like perfect, but I reckon you get used to it. Yeah, fantastic. So nimble. Like you, I'm in 6th gear. Fifth gear. Yeah, wow, it just wants to go. And the brakes are just sensational. You certainly ride these bikes with brakes like that. You can ride them so much better. There goes the Chubby. Teach him a lesson. In 6th gear, yeah. I think I'm going too high gear all the time. There's Chap. Just put the visor down, it's a bit bloody dusty. Oh, but man, you just get so used to this superior suspension. It just soaks this shit up. No problem at all. Will certainly keep you a lot safer. Power on this thing is just, it's so good. It's not insane, it's just right, I reckon. It's a good little spot in here. Oh, Chappy's going over there.
What a terrific spot.
Yeah, I reckon. Rightio guys, we'll just have a little bit of a powwow here and have a little bit of a chat about the bikes. Yeah. So, pretty much as we expected, the 500 is a bloody good bike really. Yeah, I can't fault it. It's in the sweet spot as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's definitely comfy to ride. It's got everything going on for it. It's easy to manage. It's light, plenty of grunt.
Yeah.
Lots of torque. So, and it's not stupid off its head power either, is it? It's
no,
nice.
and that's what I like about it.
Yeah,
It was smooth, wasn't
it?
Yeah. It's not like a bloody two-stroke or something where it's just brute power. You know, trying to bloody wrestle you the whole time.
It's just a tractor, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got the power there that you need it, but it's not over the top, which I really love. And as I expected, just beautiful frame, suspension, ergonomics.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, it's about as good as I can get it, I think.
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon KTM have done a great job, and with all the bloody bits you've chucked on it, that just brings it right up, doesn't it?
Well, it does.
So, really enjoyed it, and it was interesting to jump on the DRZ. Whereas the DRZ in a lot of ways is not far off it.
It's not, and riding it, I felt comfortable, really comfortable on it.
Yep.
And you're right, it's not far off it. Yeah, definitely a good bike. The DRZ400 is a good bike, no question of that.
Yep. For how old? What, 23-year-old technology?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So for Suzuki to produce that bike 23 years ago, and then you see where we are now.
Unchanged is just, it says a lot about it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And people still buy them.
Yeah.
And I can see why. They're still a really good bike.
Yeah.
Still a really good bike, yeah.
Because you mentioned that you were looking at the DRZ yourself.
I went in to test ride a DRZ. I was pretty keen on the 400.
Yep.
And after a bit of a conversation, obviously the salesman's a salesman.
Yep.
But he convinced me to go the 500, and after that conversation, I decided to go down that path.
Yep.
Only because at the time I had the budget to sort of do it.
Yep.
But if I didn't, I would have bought the 400, and I reckon I still would have been happy.
Yeah.
They're both still good bikes. It's just the 500, and the most thing that got me over the line was obviously it's a bit more power, but the lighter side of that bike. It's more manageable in the really tight shit.
Yeah.
But in saying that, you can't take anything away from that olden bike.
Do you know what the weight difference would be between the DRZ and the 500?
I'm not sure.
I've really looked at the difference in that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, what was the price of the 400?
So I think a 400 these days is about, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's about 11.5, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
11.5 grand?
Yep.
Because I paid 9, I reckon, for that,
Yeah.
on the road.
Yeah, righto.
Yep.
Where the 500 is a whisker over 16. About 16.2, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Rightio. So, your thoughts on the DR650, Barry?
The DR650.
650cc.
I know, and it took a little bit of hanging on to start with, I've got to tell you. But after I got used to it, Pete, I was pretty happy because that seat hugged my ass like it was in love with my ass. And I've got to say, that is the most comfortable motorcycle I have ever sat on.
Yeah.
My ass loves it.
Game changer.
Freaking game changer, mate. But the suspension, the soft suspension along with that comfy seat, just put me in a happy place, Pete. It really did. It was good. It was seriously good. I like it.
And the brakes on the DR, mate. How do they compare to the 500, mate?
Well, Chubby's brakes are good on his DR.
Yeah, they're good.
DRZ.
They're good.
They're good brakes.
And so on the brake scale,
my brakes are pretty good on the 500.
I would on the brake scale on the 500, I'd be putting yours at 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved them.
They're good.
They were exactly what you wanted when you wanted to grab them, and it was all there.
So you want me to rate the brakes on your 650?
So I'm giving yours a 10, and the DRZ. Well, look, I'm saying 8. It's not up to the KDM.
I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that 8 on that.
8. Yeah. So where would the DR650? Would you be better off throwing out an anchor with a rope on it or something?
Well, a parachute. I've got to say, I don't want to insult you, Pete, so I'm going to give it a 1.
A 1?
A 1. A solid 1.
So it's on the scale.
It's on the scale.
It's on the brake scale.
It took all the weight of my body leaning on that brake lever.
There we go. Well done,
to
Boris.
get it to want to stop, because it just wants to go, Pete.
Should feel proud of yourself, Boris. You're on the scale.
Well, I have to say, mate, after sitting on it for a bit longer and riding it, I'd lift the 1 to probably a 3.
Yeah.
Once I got a bit of a feel for it, knew I had to jump on them, then it made a difference.
Yeah.
But the first bend gave me a little bit of a wake up.
I did give you a heads up. The brakes.
Yeah. I thought, oh, there's nothing happening.
Yeah. So you got to plan your entry into a corner.
Yeah.
Start chucking the anchor and the parachute out first, and then maybe go for the brakes.
No, it's okay. It's still a good bike, at the end of the day, for what it is. The 650s have been around a long time.
Yeah,
it's a pity they don't still make them, really.
Yes. No, they got their place. They certainly got their place.
Yeah,
and a lot of riders gravitate to it, and particularly, like I said, if my T700 wasn't ready for the Cape York trip, definitely would have jumped on the DR and taken it without second thought.
Without batting an eyelid at it.
So that's where the DR650 comes into its own, where you can take it on big trips and be comfortable. Probably the only other thing I talk about is how the bike was on the road and how you'd go riding it sort of long distance.
I mean, it'll sit on 100 kilometres per hour, but it's not geared for that.
Yeah.
Technically, I think if you're going to do a lot of road riding as well, you've got a lot of scope there to adjust the gearing.
Yeah.
So you can get your revs down at higher speeds and still be okay down low.
Yeah.
But I've just simply got it set up for single trail pretty much at the moment. Enjoys doing that. So at 80 k's, it's happy.
Yeah.
It'll sit on 100 and it's fine. But like I say, long distance stuff, you change the gearing.
Yeah, exactly. Because the gear, the way it is now, 80 kilometres is about its sweet spot in it.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
when you get it up to 100, it does seem to be revving a little bit.
Yeah,
A
but
little bit like the DRZ too. What's the gearing like on your bike?
Well, that's supposed to be the road gearing.
Right, okay, yeah.
Mine only would do 80 with the bush gearing.
Yeah.
I think it's 1545 at the minute,
Yeah.
where it
So-
normally comes with 1450, I reckon. Yeah, 1450.
Yeah, okay. And vibration wise, we'll talk about that in that I found that once you got it up to about 100 or over 80, it seemed to go into a bit of a sweet spot as well.
it has a spot where you get a fair bit of vibe through your feet.
Yep.
And then it does come out of that. And once you get it up to 100, around that speed, it's happy again.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. But the wheels, like, they've been balanced as well, but that doesn't mean a whole lot on those bikes.
Yeah.
It's,
But as far as doing a long distance ride on it,
I'd change the gearing if I was going to do a long distance
it'd be
ride.
a little bit painful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just because it'd be revving fairly hard.
And I'd come and take the seat off your bike and put it on my
Yeah. It's as far as a dirt bike goes,
Pretty good.
pretty damn good.
Yeah, no,
KTM.
I'm pretty happy with it, and it'll definitely suffice for all these one-day rides, and 2-day rides.
Yeah.
The scrub.
Yeah.
It's a good fun bike. Good
Yeah.
fun bike.
All right, guys. I think we'll leave it at that. I think we've pretty much summed the old KTM 500 up. Here in the background there. Bloody good bike.
That's right.
Weapon. All right, catch you on the next episode of Full Pelt Adventures. See you later.
Ciao.
Bye. Meow.
All right, I'll just push.
Do you reckon, right? You know how you reckon? Because I reckon that's smoother than the older 500.
Yeah.
But is it the clutch?
That's a good question, because I never really rode it. I went around the block before I changed it, just to have a feel of the original clutch and gearbox, and that's all I did, like 2 kilometres. So that's a good question. I don't know whether that would change anything, but don't forget it's got the push hub in it, which takes a lot of the bang out of it.
Yeah.
But it's smooth, and it could be a bit to do with that bloody clutch as well.
Yeah, it had perfect power, didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't tear your arms
Did
off.
you take off in second gear?
Oh, whatever gear you had it in, yeah.
Yeah. And it does it like it's in first gear.
Yeah.